Hello and welcome to Sanyukta Singh Studio, guys, and this is your mentor Avinash again. I hope you all are doing well and preparing well for NIFT and UCEED entrance exam. And here I'm with the sixth part of the video, which is equally important for NIFT as well as UCEED, and the topic is design terms, the design technical terms which is used in the field of design, be it editorial design, interaction design, graphic design or textile design, which you should be aware of because NIFT as well as UCEED, they have asked this sort of question in your previous year papers. So let's move forward. The first question, it says, what does the term kerning refer to in typography? Now, kerning, what do you understand by kerning? Basically, kerning means space between letters. Now, space between letters, so if you see here if the words are written, so in graphical term, if you will see, if you have seen posters, magazines, or if you have worked on graphic design, so you place the letters and you always keep a space of 2 mm or 0.5 mm, which decides the outcome of that particular design. That's called kerning in typography. The next question which says here, the term Pantone is associated with fabric dyeing, illustration, standard color matching system, and the printing ink only. So here the correct answer is standard color matching system, which is option C. Now, standard color matching system, we have two. One is Pantone and the other one is WNSE, which decides the color of the year, upcoming year, how the fashion industry will change or how the graphic industry will change, and the young generation or the millennials will be inclined towards what sort of colors. Would it be soothing? Would it be too much of bright colors? So they decide the color and then that get published. Next one is, in graphic design, what is bleed? Your options are fading ink, designing error, extra area printed beyond the trim edge, and cover overflow. So I'll give you the example here. So this is the screen what you see, and it is restricted with a border. You see that? This one. So I have restricted this particular yellow color to this, this edge. Now, if it gets extended to the white border and where there is no limit, that's called bleeding. So that means we have allowed this particular color to bleed out of this space and cover the entire space, making sure there is no edge visible. That's called bleeding. So here, extra area printed beyond the trim edge. That's the correct answer. Moving forward, what is a typeface? Your options are font color, design style of letters, writing technique, and background design. So typeface, you can understand that's related with typography. So here the correct answer would be design style of letters. Like when you type in any of the Word program or PowerPoint, you see there are different typeface, that is Arial and Universal. So these are typeface. Now under this, you have different, like you have bold, you have underline, so that's called font. All right, moving forward, the next question is, and the question says, what does, the horizontal yarns in weaving are called warp, weft, selvage, or ply. So if you have studied about, this question was already asked, I guess last year or last year in NIFT exam. So warp is basically the vertical line and weft is horizontal line. All right. So here the horizontal yarns in weaving are called weft. Now what is selvage? Selvage is basically the unfinished corners of the fabric. So of the that particular warp and weft. So the edge of that particular fabric is not even. All right, so that's called selvage. Moving forward, the next question, what does GSM stand for in textile? So you must have seen GSM mentioned when you go to buy a bed sheet, a pillow cover. So that's called gram per square meter. Right, that decides the thickness of that particular textile product. Moving forward, the next question, which term means twisting fibers together? Your options are felting, spinning, finishing, and warping. So here the correct answer would be spinning. So that means fibers are twisted together through a process which is called spinning. Clear? Moving forward, the term reed in a loom is used for. Now reed, if you have used the loom machine, basically, you see there are two options, one is warp and the other one is weft. Now weft, basically you have in your hand which you release, and warp, that is being pushed towards using the reed. So that is spacing and pushing weft. Moving forward, you can also give the answer holding warp threads. That also correct, because reed only holds the warp threads. So these two are the correct answer. Moving forward, which process removes natural oil and dirt from fabric? Your options are calendering, scoring, carbonizing, or sizing. So the correct answer is scoring, which helps to remove natural oils and dirt from fabric. Moving forward, next question, and the question says, which weave has diagonal pattern? Plain, satin, twill, or basket? The correct answer is twill. So diagonal pattern simply means this much. So if you will see, most of your denim jeans has a diagonal pattern which is called twilling. What is a wireframe? So you must have heard this particular in graphics, in UI UX, in interaction, editorial design. A wireframe, final design, a code structure, a basic layout structure of a screen, or animation. So the correct answer is basic layout structure of a screen. That's called wireframe. Moving forward, what is count in textile? Number of yarns, fabric width, fitness or thickness of yarn, and weight of cloth. So the count in textile is fitness and or thickness of yarn. That is considered count in textiles. Moving forward, so here the question is, the design term grid system helps in what? Color mixing, pattern making, structuring layout and alignment, and creating texture. So this is basically from I would say graphic or editorial design. So here I have the book, if you will see. So I'll show it to you. So let's say, I'll give you an example, just give me one moment here. So let's say this is aligned. So here it is divided in two parts, one is white, the other one is gray, and one paragraph is written here, the other one is written here. Similar, if you will see, one paragraph is written here, the other one is here, picture is placed here. So these all are aligned through the grid system. Alright, so that falls under editorial design. So the correct answer would be structuring, layout, and alignment. Moving forward, which Gestalt principle explains why we perceive a complete shape even when parts of it are missing. So somehow you must have seen multiple examples where you see some of the letters are missing or a particular shape is missing, but your mind is able to fill that gap by itself, right? So that is known as closure. That is one of the principle of Gestalt. If you don't know what Gestalt is all about, what are the theories, I'll share the link of the session taken by Sanyukta ma'am in the I button. You can simply click there and study about Gestalt. Moving forward, the next question which says, in a layout, elements with similar color or size appear grouped together. This reflects the principle of what? Similarity, common fate, parallelism, or emergence. The answer is similarity. So if you have, I'm not going to give you much more brief about this, but just a short, you see 4 different color of lace, and you know, just by looking at the font and the packaging, you realize that it belongs to the same family of lace. So how do you perceive that? After looking a similar color or size and you group it together, that's called similarity. Next one is the brain's tendency to perceive intersecting lines as a continuing rather than changing direction is an example. So let's say if you have different lines, so if it is intersecting, you consider it as a continuous line instead of a diverse line. You don't consider it this way. So that is the law of continuity. Clear? Moving forward, the next question is, the term negative space refers to what? Sanyukta ma'am has taken many sessions on poster and stamp. There are so many topics she has taken, and you can watch in the playlist of this of our channel. So you'll see she always mentioned about taking care of negative space. That means empty areas around the object. So you should not leave much of the negative space and balance your design. Alright, so that is empty areas around a subject. Form follows function is a design philosophy associated with whom? Your options are Rococo, Bauhaus, Art Nouveau, or Postmodernism. So your options are Bauhaus movement. Alright, so that was it, and I explained these 18 questions which are known as design technical terms used by all the designers or in the design industry. And the next video would be 50 current affairs of 2025 important for NIFT entrance exam. So stay tuned for the video. If you haven't subscribed our channel, make sure to subscribe it, like it, and share it so that it reaches to the right audience. And if you have any other topic which you think I should cover or Sanyukta ma'am should cover, you can always leave your comment in the comment section or reach us on our Instagram, which is SS Design House. We are bound to help you in every other way. So thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.